How's it going, YouTube? Generative Fig 280 here with Denver International Airport update number 18. Time frame for this update is going to be very unique with 11:35 p.m. So I got all the A321s, well, almost all of them, and all the red eyes that we don't usually get in here, and they're all realistic. So this is a pretty much 100% realistic. At least A concourse is 100% real. Not saying that it has everything, but everything that's on there is a real flight on the real aircraft. Time frame for last night, which would be October 2nd. So yeah, we're going to get right into the updates, starting no new models. We're going to start off on the runway here with finally back in is United 767-400, just arriving just landed on runway 16 right from Tampa with the Denver Broncos after they beat the Buccaneers. Then we have our UPS 767-300 taxiing on in from Louisville. Southwest 737-700 turning off 16 left from Austin. Zeppelin, or Genesis 10's airport, sorry. Southwest 737-300 taxiing in from Tampa, and I spotted this exact aircraft yesterday at the airport, which is really cool. I also spotted a couple others, which I'll get to in a little bit. And move over to the C concourse. Starting off with the Southwest 737-700, which will be heading out to LAX at 5:30 a.m. Another 700 headed off to Raleigh, Durham, or Citrus Aviation's airport at 6:05 a.m. Empty Southwest. And then a Southwest 737-800 just pulling into the gate, and we got our the baggage train and the conveyor belt are all ready for the 738 to pull in. And it's on its way in from Fort Lauderdale. Empty Southwest gate. Alaska 737-800 Salmon 37 pulling in headed out to Seattle at 7:05. Empty Southwest. Southwest 737-700. This will be the last update for this exact aircraft. I just sold it, so it's headed out to Gemini 35. Check them out on Instagram. So this aircraft is flying its final flight from here. It actually just came in from New Orleans. Empty Southwest gate. Southwest 737-800 headed off to Indianapolis at 6:53. Empty Southwest gate. Southwest 737-800 is boarding for Orlando. Southwest 737-700 Maryland 1 headed to Newark at 5:24. Empty Southwest, and then we're headed to B concourse. Not much action over here, just a bunch of flights coming in. So we got a United A320 head off to Jackson Hole at 6:45. United 737-900 just getting ready to push back for Washington Dulles. Pulling into the gate, B-23 is the United A320. It's already got the bags and the conveyor already again. And this aircraft just came in from Central Texas International, Doris 1975. I switched this route for this update from the A320 or from the 737-700 because it's not in here. Let me know if that's okay. Then we got a United empty gate. SkyWest Sierra 700 headed to Cincinnati or CBD Spotter 15's airport at 7:05. United 737-800 with split scimitar ringlets headed out to Phoenix. SkyWest Sierra 200 United Express passengers out from Calgary led to Spokane at 6 a.m. United Airbus A320 headed to Houston at 7:35. United 757-200 headed to Maui at 11 a.m. United 757-300 came in from LAX, headed out to Washington Reagan in the morning. United A320 Retro headed out to Atlanta at 9:24. United 737-900 ER headed to Boston 8:15, and last but not least, United A319 will be headed off to Newark, or Gemini 166's airport at 5:30. Now comes Delta, or the A concourse, and Delta is 1,000,000% realistic, aside from the aircraft tail numbers and probably the gates, but these are all the aircraft. I'm showing you the exact routes these aircraft flew. Delta basically brings all their planes in by about 10 p.m., 10:30 p.m. and they all stay overnight. Well, a lot of them, 7 I think. And I only have 6 in here. Maybe it's 7 or 8 that stay, and they have 2 hard stands and 6 gates. So between that, Delta gets a bunch of planes in here, and they all overnight head out about anywhere between 6 and 10 a.m. So these are all pretty realistic in here. So I'm going to tell you where they came from, where they're headed out to, and what time. Got all the departure times on, all the exact departure times for Delta as well. And this concourse is all exact departure times. United and Southwest are kind of guessed. So first up's a Delta MD-90, came from Atlanta and is headed back to Atlanta at 7 a.m. Delta 737-900ER, CE Woman, came in from Minneapolis and headed back to Minneapolis at 6:10 a.m. It's an early flight. JetBlue A320 tartan tail. This is the only non-realistic thing, and this aircraft should have had a blueberry's tail, but this tartan was next in line. So tartan's headed out, getting some bags on and boarding catering right now for a flight to JFK, which leaves at 11:59. Maybe it's 11:58. I think it's 11:59 though. JetBlue 97. JetBlue 97 to JFK. Then we have our Virgin America A320 Sharklets headed to San Francisco at 7 a.m. Empty Colonies Gate where the Icelandair just went out of. We got American A321 US Airways colors, getting some catering and fuel, and final boarding for pre-boarding for a 1:19 a.m. departure to Charlotte. We got our Icelandair Hekla Aurora 757-200 just getting towed to the hard stands. It sits there all day from Keflavik, and it was delayed coming in, so that's why it's so late. American A321, 737-800 boarding for Miami and leaves at 11:59, so it should be leaving pretty soon. Compass American Eagle E175 into LA at 6 a.m. Spirit A319 headed to LAX at 7:27 a.m. At the Spirit Gate where we had the Spirit A321 just beginning its taxi to Fort Lauderdale. And yeah, 11:35 departure. Empty American Gate where we got A321 coming in. Then the American A321 with Sharklets headed to Dallas at 6:15. I spotted 2 of these yesterday, which is really cool because we didn't usually get the 321s with Sharklets. It's pretty new for us, at least during the day. Frontier 321 Courtney the Cougar pushing back for Raleigh Durham 11:35 departure. Frontier 319 O'Malley the Mallard, final call for Charlotte at 11:23. So it's very delayed. Should have left about 10 minutes ago, but they're getting some final bags and boarding on. Frontier 320, Grizzle the Bear. Just getting towed from the hard stands. It was actually hard standed all day, so I got some kind of cool pictures of it. This exact plane, so getting towed into A38, and it's going to head out to Chicago O'Hare at 7:21 a.m. Taxing in is our American A321, no Sharklets, on its way from Philadelphia. I'll back out there at 7:05. Last couple Deltas. Delta A320 came in from Detroit. We'll head out to Salt Lake City at 6:05. Empty 90 Delta in from Atlanta. We'll head out to Detroit at 6:15. Compass C175 head out to LA at 7:23. And Delta A319 in from Salt Lake. We'll head out to JFK at 7:40. And that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed the update. I really enjoyed making it. Thank you guys so much for watching till the end. Again, this is a very realistic update for me. So I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think down below. This is my new iPhone, so I'm using this as my video camera now. Let me know what you think of it. And we'll see you in the next update. It'll be Palm Beach update number 10. That should be rolled out in just a couple days. So thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.